This is just magnificent. This right here is reason enough to get a sawmill, man. Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Pete's Peak. My name's Lucas, and we're sharing our hobbies on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. And today, I am back on this big old oak log. It's the biggest log we've ever handled, definitely the biggest log we've ever milled, and tonight I plan on getting it milled. We got the blade changed, I took the side-by-side back down, brought the tractor back up, and instead of using the strap to spin the log like I was doing in the last video, I've decided, now that I have a flat side, I'm gonna take the log off the mill, flip it over flat side down, get the forks under it, set it on the mill that way so we can mill the top off and then start cutting our live edge slab. And I brought up a big pallet that we can stage these slabs on, and that way when I need to move them around, I can pick up the pallet and move it. I actually put them in the spot where our lumber storage shed or drying shed or whatever we're going to call it is going to be built. So I'll probably end up moving it while I'm building. Anyway, let's get to work. We've got these wedged in there to kind of hold it in place so that it doesn't fall off and crush us. So far, so good. I'm gonna leave those there, hop on my favorite new machine, the TYM 4820, and pick up this big old log and flip it over. I just thought of one problem though. I cut up all of my ballast that I had handy there, and we're gonna need some. I think I'm gonna back the box blade up to one of these logs and see if I can't just flip one of these logs up on the back of it for some ballast. Let's do that. the way I saw this going. Still don't have enough ballast on it. I'm gonna try to roll this up on these blocks here so I can pick it up that way, and then we got to get some more ballast on there. Whoa! Well, here's the rest of the log we cut off. This ain't light. That ought to be enough. Far so good. We got to just push this one corner just a hair and we're ready. There it is. Okay, now I want to remind you guys that these are my risky logs. The logs that were kicked out of the sawmill because they had black spots, which means that they have metal in them. Doesn't necessarily mean the metal is in the particular piece we're cutting, but it could be. And that's why they wouldn't run them on their mill. So I put a brand new blade on. We're gonna find out how it cuts, and let's hope we don't hit anything. So let's go ahead and fire up this MechMaxx SM-32 and find out how she cuts. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit. Well, the first thing I noticed right out of the gate is that we're not shimmying anymore. Brand new sharp 7-degree Ripper 37, cutting this oak just like nothing. We'll see how it does as we progress into the wider parts of the log. This is gonna be a fun cut. Oh, I can't wait to unveil it. Now I'm waiting on Caden to bring up my water jug because now that we're gonna have a nice wide smooth cut, I want to pour some water over it and see how it looks. I just love seeing that. Now for any of you who are new to milling, there is no purpose behind this other than making the grain pop so you can see like how it would look if you had a coat of varnish on it or something like that. So that's why I do it. So don't think that this is something you need to be doing unless you're just like me and you're fascinated with how pretty the wood is. Boys, I can already tell you, this is just magnificent. This right here is reason enough to get a sawmill, man. It's worth all the work. It's worth all the time that it takes to put into it. It's just beautiful. Now, follow me. Up top. Look at the, like, they call that like spalted. That's where it's got just like a little bit of rot or whatever going on. But doesn't that make it look pretty? All right, buddy, you think you're ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, what's the first thing you do? Okay, so the brake is set, and look at the difference. You see how this one works differently? All right, go ahead and turn the key and fire it up. Turned all the way. Good job. All right, now get your foot on the reverse pedal, but don't push it, and then press the brake to release it. Okay, the brake's released. Now you can start backing up. Back straight up, and then you're going to take this over there and put it on the pallet, okay? All right, go ahead and let her down. Now see how your forks, yeah, there you go. Good job, good job. Go ahead and dump it now. Now stop. Okay, back out. Back it on up and then park it where it was. Got it? Yeah, you got it. All right, idle it down. It probably already is. Yeah, turn the key off. What do you think of the TYM?
Way better.
Way better? It's a beast, isn't it? Look out, Maple. "29 inches wide and 29 inches wide." Absolutely as wide as you could possibly mill on this mill. every step that we grow, the more excited I get. And the deeper we go into these things and open up bigger logs, the more God's power and the beauty in his design is evident. I love this stuff. And today we hit the absolute maximum limit of the MechMaxx 32-inch sawmill. We had to keep working the log side to side to get around the little knots that we were coming up against. So we got the widest live edge slabs that we could possibly get. This log was perfect, and so far we haven't hit anything. It is giving the mill a workout. You have to push it a little bit slower than usual when you're running 29 inches of cut, but it's doing a great job. It's making a great cut, nice and smooth, and with that Ripper 37, it's not wobbling back and forth. Now, I really wanted to mill this whole log tonight, but it actually takes a little more time than I thought because you have to use the tractor to move each slab because they're just so heavy. I don't need to be picking these up on my own. So I think this is good enough progress for tonight. I'm gonna call it a night. It's dark, and I miss my family, so I'm gonna go in the house. I'm gonna come back up here tomorrow night, Lord willing, and finish milling out this log. All right, guys, well, it's a new day, and it's a rainy day. We're gonna finish milling up this log. I've just got a few more cuts left to make, so I thought, well, I'll mostly be able to avoid the rain being in here under the roof. Let's fire this thing up. I had to adjust the blade tracking just a little bit. We put that new blade on. We ran it through half of this log and the heat cycles and all of that, and I found that the blade was starting to track backwards just a little bit, so we adjusted that, and we'll keep an eye on that for the first few cuts and see how it goes. But let's get to work. So I think our blade is just toast. Now, that's partially probably because of what we're cutting, partially, mostly because of all of the mud that was on the side of it, and I didn't do a very good job cleaning that off. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, put another blade on it, and we'll see if we can't finish this up. I think what I may do is I have a used stock MechMaxx blade that I'm gonna throw on there and see how it does, see if I can't get through the rest of this, because I'm still not totally convinced there ain't something in there. My rescue man's coming back again. He's bringing my tools. I'm gonna spare you guys the process of changing this out since we've been through it once already. All right, guys, so here's the deal. I've got 9 awesome slabs over here, and I'll take you over there and show them to you in a minute. But I also am at a point where, man, I don't want to see these live edge slabs go to waste, but I'm hitting something on that same end that we were hitting something to begin with. So there's something in this log, and they told me that they thought there was. So I think it's in the middle of it. What I'm going to do is cut it out of it. But what I think I will do, probably get my big chainsaw and then try to find what's in it so I can share it with you guys. But I think that's going to be on another video, because it's starting to get dark and I don't have my chainsaw up here. I already sent Caden back down to the house. I'm not going to call him back up here again. So I think I'm going to leave this on the mill right now. And this is going to be continued. But let's go over and check out the slabs that I got. Now, it's almost dark, so, you know, we're not going to have great lighting over here. But so in that next video, I will come back over here and I'll give you guys a good look at the 9 slabs that we got off of here that are really nice. I think these next slabs, whatever I can get out of this after I've cut the end off of it where the metal is. And the thing is, we probably have plenty here. If the metal is just confined to these last 2 feet, then we would still have, you know, 5-foot slabs left. So there's still plenty of good wood here if I can find my way around the metal. Now, I also just put new chains on both of my chainsaws. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this. What I may do is go about 2 feet deep here, cut this off to 5 foot, and then split this up with the splitter and see if we can't find what's in the other end of it, because I think the rest of this will probably be okay. But I'm going to brainstorm on it for a little bit. What would you guys do? By the time I get the comments, I'll probably have already done it, but at least I can read your comments and know that I was wrong. All right, we'll see. Well, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed getting to see us mill the biggest log we have ever put on our mill. We maxed it out. We got everything we could get out of it. We worked it hard. We wore out blades, and now we've hit metal. So we're learning all the lessons, that's for sure, and having a great time doing it. I am loving this TYM tractor and what it's allowing us to do, that's for sure. Also loving this MechMaxx sawmill. And guys, if you want to order one, don't forget to use my discount code Lucas 5% off. And that works on anything MechMaxx sells that's over $1,000. But it saves you quite a bit of money if you go getting you a sawmill. And I'd recommend you get you a sawmill. Man, they're awesome. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast. Hope you guys are too. Till next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation, because it's beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.